everyone and welcome back to my channel. So as you can probably tell from the title of this video, this is going to be another grocery haul and meal plan for a family of 5. So if you want to see what meals we're going to have and what I've bought this week, then keep watching. So before I start the rest of this video, I am required to tell you, as per the CMA guidelines, I have worked with Tesco before. However, this is all paid for with my own money. I hope you don't mind me saying this every week. I know it's probably repetitive, but you got to play by the rules, haven't you? So let me show you what we've got. As always, I've shopped at Tesco just because it's where I tend to shop most of the time, to be honest. And the meal plan will be down in the description bar below with any links that I have to any recipes that I'm making. I'm also going to film what we eat this week, which will include these meals like as like a video to watch, just how I've made them, how I've put them together, that kind of thing. So don't forget to subscribe for that if you are new, but otherwise let me show you what we've got. So as you can see, it's quite a big shop for us. I spent around £100, I think just over £100, and that is the higher end of a shop for us as a family. There's 5 of us. What I've noticed recently is Stan, now he's past the age of 1, he eats just as much as the other 2, if not more. So I really do need to make sure I have lots of food in at all times, and we did need to stock up on a few extra bits like snacks and like stuff for the bathroom, that kind of thing. And I've cleared out all of our cupboards and our freezer and our fridge recently, and we're running low on a few items, so that's why it's a big shop. But I'm going to start over here. So over here we have some Coke Zero, because I mentioned in most of these videos, but we like to have that at the weekend with like some rum or whiskey or bourbon, that kind of thing. Then over here are freezer items. So we've got McCain's lighter home chips. Don't normally buy chips that often, but it's for a recipe that we're actually having tonight, so I've got those in. Stocking up on some ice creams, because obviously it's warmed up a little bit here where I live in the UK, and I want to make sure that I've always got some ice creams in, so I'm filling up our ice cream drawer. So we've got some strawberry and vanilla cones, and then rainbow cones, which no doubt my children will fight over. And then the only other frozen item I've got are these mini duck spring rolls, just because we'll have them with a recipe, but then any leftover can obviously stay in the freezer. So I like that they were frozen, just so they don't get wasted. Then we have some cheese puffs, which are basically What's-Its. Then we have twists and sticks. So these are all like breadsticks and stuff, which are a nice snack for the kids to have, really, either like with hummus or with some like cucumber or fruit, just as something like after school. So I picked those up. Then I got this, which is Moroccan Spa orange blossom and argan oil rich creamy lather shower cream, and it just spoke to me, so I picked one of those up because we've run out of shower cream. And then I also got this one, which is uplifted pink grapefruit and basil, and that just sounded good for the days where maybe I've not had quite so much sleep. And then I also got myself like a shower puff, I think they're called, body puff, just because it's good to replace these now and again. Then over here is kind of store cupboard stuff, really, I guess. So we've got some penne pasta, some reduced salt chicken stock cubes, because they're always handy to have in for recipes and stuff, and we need them for one of the recipes I'm doing this week anyway. I have a little tub of chopped tomatoes with a hint of garlic, and then over here we've got some olive oil because we were running low on olive oil. This one was on offer, so I got this one because it worked out cheaper and it was a bit more of a fancier brand. Then I got this really cheap cider, which I'm going to use to make a cider mustard honey and cream sauce for some gammon that we're having on Sunday. I swear it was only about 80p or so. It's only 5%, but I just need the flavour more than the alcohol content, if you know what I mean. Then we got some double strength orange, and then some double strength summer fruits. We would normally get like orange and pineapple and cherries and berries, but I thought I'd mix it up a little bit, so hopefully they go down well. We have some roasted peanuts. These are just a really cheap brand that Tesco stock, and that's for a recipe. Some green lentils in water. Sorry, I'm mincing my words here. I've got some baked beans. Someone suggested in one of my videos recently that I should try the Branston ones because they're really good, so I'm trying them. And then here I have some mango chutney, and then just underneath that I have some black olive tapenade, which I'm going to use on Friday night. I'll talk to you about that in a sec. I've got 2 packs of pilau rice here for a recipe that I'm doing. Some bulgur wheat, because I actually prefer bulgur wheat to couscous. I find it a little bit more like substantial. So this I'm going to stock up like my jar with, because it's great for like salads and that kind of thing. Then I've got 2 packs of these onion bhajis. We're not like the onion bhaji fan club members, but it's for a recipe I'm doing. I don't think we'll get through through all of them, so any leftover ones will be bagged up and frozen. Then we have some medium egg noodles, some desiccated coconut, and a tin of sweet corn, because my kids love sweet corn and it's always good to have that in. And then over here is frankly a ridiculous amount of bread, but I'll explain these in a second. So New York Bakery Company sesame bagels, because I really wanted some sesame ones. I really fancied them, so I've got those, and Mark and I will go through those quite quickly, to be honest. I got some white toasty just to have in. I might put it in the freezer, I don't know, but it's just for like breakfast, and again goes quite quickly when the kids have toast for breakfast. Got some brioche, because brioche is life if you are Daisy and Stanley. Then these were 4 for £1, and these are ciabatta rolls. I'm going to keep 4 out for tonight, because that's like is for a recipe that we're doing. But then these ones I am going to put in the freezer, which is really handy actually that they come in this bag, because then I can defrost them and they will stay fresher for longer, and I can use them for another recipe later on this week. And then finally I've got some white hot dog rolls, because that is what Bill and Daisy and Stan are going to have on Friday night, because Bill has a school disco, and these will be quick and easy when he comes home from that, and he will probably be bouncing off the walls anyway, so just something that I can throw into them with some cucumber sticks and some sweet corn, and then we're good to go. So that's all the carbs. Then everything else is over here, and I've rammed this table full. So let's start in this corner here. 2 limes and 2 lemons. Mainly like half of them are for recipes and the other half are for like drinks and that kind of thing. Then we have some peppers here. These are the Nightingale Farm ones. We have some courgettes, 2 packs of baby plum tomatoes. We've got some baby potatoes. We have some Maris Piper potatoes for various different recipes. I've got some Brussels sprouts, and then 2 packs of the Creamfields halloumi. It's cheap and cheerful, but it's actually quite nice, so I'm happy to buy that. Then I've got the Hearty Food Company garlic baguette. This is super cheap. I might actually put that in the freezer. Then we've got the hot dogs, as I mentioned before. I have some fat-free actually onion and chive cottage cheese, sorry, I was just reading that, some single cream, and then some sour cream, and these ones are for recipes. Then I got some Pilgrim's Choice extra mature cheddar because it was on offer, some normal fromage trays that we always get, and then here we have some mini vine leaves. Now I did get the deal that is mentioned here for like 3 for £6, but 2 of them weren't actually available, so I just got sent these. So I'm going to work with what I've got rather than go out and buy something else. I think we'll be fine anyway, but I'll go through that when I go through the meal plan. We have a massive bag of coriander, pretty much my favourite herb. I absolutely love this stuff. I put it in like salads if there's any left over. I'll put it in anything, to be honest. It's just so good. I'm aware that that's like Marmite though, and there'll be a lot of you watching that hate it, but I'm sorry about that. I have 8 bananas this time, because I realised recently that 6 just ain't cutting it. So we've moved up to 8 and we'll see how we go. Again, that's mostly Stanley's fault, I think, because he just eats so much food. Then we have 3 baking potatoes here. We have 4 loose red onions. We have 2 avocados. These were on offer, which is why I bought them loose. They were around like the 30-40p mark, which I thought was quite reasonable. We have some super sweet strawberries, some raspberries, and then 2 packs of blueberries, and then a extra large garlic bulb. Then over here we have some sweet gem lettuce, 2 cucumbers. We've got lots of salad this week actually. We have some rocket and baby leaf salad. We've got sweet and crunchy salad. We've got baby spinach. We've got sugar snaps, spring onions, broccoli. Oh gosh, so much food. Mushrooms, ham, 2 packs there. That was on offer of £2 rather than 3, so that's why I got it, because it's better quality ham. I got some berry black pudding because I just really fancied it, and this was only £1. I really like black pudding. You'll have to let me know down in the comments below if you're a fan or not. I have some bacon lardons and smoked. Tend to go for unsmoked when I can. And I have a gammon joint here, which is going to be quick and easy for Sunday. And then I have some Worcestershire back bacon rashers, chicken thighs, and then barbecue chicken wings, and that is everything. So I'm going to put it all away and then I will tell you about my meal plan. To apologise to you because I went to go and check on Daisy for a bit and hang some washing out, and then I realised this is the power of editing. So you haven't been waiting long at all. So I have our meals on my phone. I normally do it, I don't know if you can see, on Notes. It's not on a show, but I use the Notes app on my MacBook, and you can send via AirDrop to your phone if you've got an Apple phone as well. So it's really handy because I can do it on there when I'm doing the grocery shop, and then I can keep it on my phone. And then when I'm out and about and I'm thinking like, oh, what are we doing for tea tonight? Is anything like gone a bit dodgy? Because sometimes veg can go a bit nasty, or you know, plans might change. I can check the meal plan and like move things around, which is just the way that I like to do it. So top tip there, not really, but you know what I mean. So it's Tuesday today, and for tonight's tea we are going to have chicken Caesar burgers with fries and salad. So that's what the ciabatta rolls are for. And we have some breaded chicken fillets in the freezer left over from last week, and I was trying to think of a like different way to utilize them. So I'm going to use some Caesar salad dressing that we've got, some parmesan grated, which I think I might mix into the dressing so it doesn't like all fall out everywhere, and then some lettuce, all in a ciabatta roll, which should go down really well with the whole family, I think. You could also use chicken breasts, like grilled or griddled chicken if you wanted to, but it's just because I've got these in and I want to use them up. And then we're going to have some of those like lower fat fries and some salad with it. So that's tea tonight. Then if you watched my video last week, you'll know that now on Wednesdays the kids eat at my mum and dad's house, just because of the way swimming lessons fall, and my mum and dad are really nearby to where they have swimming lessons, so it's just really convenient, and it also means that we get to see them. So then what happens is that while I'm out, when Mark gets home, he makes us dinner that night, and it's really lovely actually, because it's just us two then once the kids are in bed. And what he has chosen is a bang bang chicken noodle stir fry. So I asked him what he was going to do, and we've added the ingredients to the shop, because normally he would like nip out and get it himself, but I think it makes a bit more sense doing it this way. So that's what we've done this week, and I'm very excited to try that. Then on Thursday I'm going to do Indian rice salad with onion bhajis, and I found this recipe on the Tesco food website while I was doing my grocery order, and it's basically like the peeler rice pouches, like obviously you warm those up, you add green lentils like coriander, desiccated coconut. I've also got some sultanas in the cupboard, so I could add that in as well. And then like there's a few other bits, like I'll leave the recipe link down below, and then you cook your onion bhajis and you have it with that and like mango chutney and other stuff. But it sounds really nice, and I thought it'd be a different way of like getting the kids to try different flavors, but just not as a strict like, oh here's some curry and rice, if you know what I mean. And we also have some chapatis left in the freezer, so I could always whip those out as well. But that is what Thursday's meal is going to be. And then on Friday, as I mentioned, Bill is at a disco and he'll be getting picked up later than usual, so I'm going to try and do something that's a bit like easy. So they're having hot dogs, as I've said, with like veg on the side, and it just makes them really happy, and it's quick and easy for them. And then for us, because we are actually out on Saturday, and I'll explain more about that in a moment, I've decided that we're going to do like, we like to have a fancy meal on a Friday basically, because that Friday feeling, isn't it? So I'm going to do some sort of like tapas buffet thing, and I've got some chicken wings. I'm going to do like chili and lemon broccoli ciabatta with black olive tapenade, and some, I might get some goat's cheese. I was umming and ahhing about it, so I didn't add it to the order, but I might get some soft goat's cheese to go with the tapenade. I'm not decided yet, but that is why I'm freezing the ciabatta rolls, because we won't eat all 4 of them. But it was 4 for £1, which is a really good value. And then what we can do is that like use a couple of them on Friday night, but then the other 2 could make a really good like bacon butty at the weekend or something, do you know what I mean? So I always try and freeze them when I can. So what else are we gonna have? We're gonna have stuffed vine leaves, and then some homemade patatas bravas, and I'll probably do some salad as well. And then if we've got any like little leftovers hanging around in the fridge, maybe some like ham or whatever is in the freezer, I will just do as like a platter. And then we like to sit down, we like to have a drink and catch up on Love Island and catch up with each other, and it's just what we like to do on a Friday. So that's the plan for Friday. And then, as I mentioned, we are away on Saturday evening. It's an event that I'm going to, and I'm taking the family along with me, and we're staying overnight, so we're going to be eating out on Saturday, which will be quite fun. Add something a little bit different to the mix. So obviously I've not bought anything for Saturday night, but then on Sunday we'll be travelling back on Sunday morning, I think. So I'm going to do something really simple, and I've just bought that gammon joint in a tin. I would normally buy like a whole big joint and do it all myself, and like, you know, marinate it, put like brown sugar and mustard around it, roast it in the oven, something like that. But because I'm not entirely sure what time we're going to get back, and travel can make us all a bit tired, I've just got that little tray joint to put in the oven. But then what I'm going to do is make my own sauce just to jazz it up a little bit, and then I'm going to serve that with some lovely creamy buttery mash and then lots of veggies, because it's just nice to get loads of veg into you after you've had like a meal out the night before, isn't it? And then finally on Monday we are going to have a tomato and sweet onion pasta, and this is another recipe that I found on the Tesco food website. I try and do like a couple of vegetarian meals a week just because it's good not to eat meat every day, but I bought some bacon lardons as a backup because I don't know, my family really enjoy meat, and sometimes when I do a vegetarian dish it just depends on what it is as to how well it goes down, but pasta, to be fair, normally goes down quite well. And then lunch ideas, I just jotted a few down while I was doing the meal plan this week, but I'm going to do a bulgur wheat salad with roasted veg, so I've got like, you know, courgettes and peppers in and that kind of thing. I've got halloumi and chorizo as well that I can add to things like that just to bulk up salads or make a nice sandwich with, or a bagel with. That'd be really nice. And then we have baked potatoes, we've got sandwiches as well that we can make, and then any leftovers. So that is my meal plan. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know if you would like to see anything else food related down below, and as I mentioned, I'm going to try and film all of our meals this week, so that will be coming up really soon as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!